Alright, this one is interesting to interpret. As I know from my schooling that the triangle is the symbol for delta, or change. And I've used it in a lot of my notes. Anytime, like even in like psychology class or whatever, if I want to write the word change, I just do a triangle. Because I learned it in either a math class or philosophy class. I don't remember what it was, but this quest is called Flesh Abandoned. The L in flesh is just 2 forward slashes. The E is actually is a backwards 3. So yeah. In the word abandoned, both the D's are triangles, delta symbols, and for whatever reason, the E in abandoned, if I'm reading this correctly, is the backwards. So they had that weird like up vertical line connected to a horizontal line in the middle of the vertical line that was representing an F in the previous quest. This one is facing the other, like backwards, and that's supposed to be an E, I think. Anyway, that's my best guess. Level 89, given to us by Kopfkug. I'm gonna call him CC from now on. Koku, whatever. I don't see the scions right now, but we'll see what happens here. Cutscene immediately. Then the scions join us. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few Ea have awakened, says Alice. Ah, there they are. And they all look like he does. Little floating ghosty things with halos above their head. But like, instead of just a ghost, they have like the dark shadow beings underneath the sheet, the ecto goo, the white ecto goo. I don't know. You can see his little eyes that are just orange ovals. May I introduce you to Lalak, Dudik, and Dudik, and Nedg. They each wave. They're like three long-fingered hands. I'm not gonna do voices for all of them. It has been too long, Koku, whatever. I dare say Saturn IV has since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought it to my attention, I hadn't noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers? Ah, of course. The ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is as plain to see as the neighboring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity. Thus did I bid them awaken you. Am I the only one who struggles to tell who is speaking? Says Graha. Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporeal forms and the divergence they afford, mayhap such similarity in voice is unavoidable. By the way, Kopkug, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travelers? That which one is expected to do in receiving guests, a matter of proper form? Oh yeah, the head popping off into the balloon thingy, yeah. Ah, yes. So long has it been, it had completely escaped my mind, and still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Oh, so that's not the thing? The next one does the balloon head thing, and it pops back onto it. Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer. Come now, Ninig. The archives have long been frozen, lest we subject ourselves to further dollar. D-O-L-O-R. Is that a word that I should know? Hold on. D-O-L-O-R. A state of great sorrow or distress. Learned something new. Cool. Surely you recall that much. There's a shocked reaction from Lalak. Ah, of course. Food. The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their ether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. that's right, they all say. We duly invite you to join us in communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If we have a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline, says Elfino. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest ether. Oh, well. Yeah, you were close. You were close and then you lost it. Mount up and go east. Oh, really, really close. We're kind of outside of... You guys are all facing different... Well, you guys are facing this way. The Scions are in this kind of... this pattern that is almost a circle, but it's kind of like broken at the... It's like a bunch of quarter circles or maybe like third circles that are kind of connected. Well, not connected, they're close to being connected, and there's like a star, a six-sided star in here, so it's like it's pretty pretty. And it's all like kind of purplish bluish coloring on the ground. There's some spikes at the outside of all those third circles or whatever. Anyway, Cope Coog is at a control panel maybe? This facility is where we replenish our ether. There's no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest ether. Please absorb as much as you like. Okay, sure. So I stand on one of the 6 little circles that are within this design. Let's Horsefallen, you have been great. What's our next minion? Moonbreeda, fitting. And we wait in our little circle. You brace yourself for a rush of sweet, sweet ether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. Really? You brace yourself again, but again, nothing seems to happen. Just as I had suspected, as meticulously as one might recreate the Ea's homeworld, this is Ultima Thule. One cannot simply generate ether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of their recreated Amarant. However appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. Is it? I thought they had just... Cutscene. I thought they had just gotten rid of their physical bodies. I didn't think they were dead. So, did you have your fill of ether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it, a deficiency in our forms, it would seem. Oh, how very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? I go into an explanation. They're all shocked, all of them. Through your mouths, you say? How very primitive and quaint. To think that their mouths serve not only to expel sound, but draw in substance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. You can just assume that these are just the various, any of the 4 could be talking at any time. Though we regrettably could not partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail but wonder, wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh, and thence to vanish? Will you not favor us with an explanation? Yeah, thank you, Urianger. You flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well, we shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the Ea yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believed we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. From the tangible such as land to the intangible such as labor, there exist myriad hindrances to progress, but the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see, too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make ever greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. Wow. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future. If we could but achieve this, we believed that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. And did you find the answers you sought? Says Y'shtola. It's a long pause. Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them? They're all discussing. What thinkest thou? Says Urianger to Y'shtola. She doesn't answer. She's thinking herself, I think, and he is kind of shocked by her non-answer. We have deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know it, we will disclose to you the truth we discovered, the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode, a place called Elegia. Elegia. Elegeia. Elegia. They float away, and I speak to Y'shtola to finish this one. A fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to this indolent end. Flesh Abandoned is complete. This video is complete. I'll see you for the next one shortly.